Well, it seems in the lessons for today that Jesus and the sages of our faith are telling us that we need to be ready. Are you ready? Are you really ready? And what are you ready for? What are you expecting, hoping, looking for today? And does it have anything to do with your convictions? The life you would lead in trust of a vision that gives you meaning and purpose, come what may. Will you pursue this day in conversation with your faith, or just coping with your feelings and opinions confronted by the onslaught of reality, often as not contradiction? When I think about all the things I want to be ready for, should be ready for, need to be ready for, sometimes when I think of getting ready, it just gives me a headache and makes me tired. And I would rather back off, forego the opportunity, decline the invitation, avoid or deny the moment that calls because I'm not sure of what it takes and don't know that I have what will make it go the way I think it should. If being ready, really ready, is a necessary step on the way to fulfillment, it is a wonder to me how I have ever managed to do anything good. Make a friend, go on an adventure, serve in a ministry, have people over for dinner, preach a sermon, get married. When was I ever ready for any of that? What are you expecting, hoping, looking for today? And does it have anything to do with your convictions? The life you would lead in trust of a vision that gives you meaning and purpose, come what may. Finding and holding the vision, perceiving the truth that will unfold, the truth that's worth living toward, even though you might not see it fulfilled or fulfilled in the way you expect. That's not so easy. A lot of really bright and seemingly gifted people miss it. Rarely do even the heroes and saints of our faith enjoy their vision fulfilled. And many of us just cop out, settling for lesser dreams, easier satisfactions, more immediate gratification. Now, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen, the affirmation with which we began this worship service, a trust that God is guiding our faithful efforts in loving goodness, and that fulfillment will come in God's time. So we can work faithfully, sharing our faith with those who are searching, doubting, or lost, sharing our faith with children and young people and others to whom the good news is really new, not knowing exactly how it will take root and make a difference in their lives, but trusting that in God's love, it will. We give our time and effort to nurture a congregation, to build up a community of faith, not knowing exactly what it will look like in the future, but trusting that no good goes wasted and all will come round in God's boundless love. We give money, we volunteer time, we invest and risk ourselves in love for God and neighbor, not knowing when or how will come the harvest of our efforts. But faith assures us that there will be a harvest. Faith assures us that no act of love ever goes wasted, even those which at first don't seem to work. Even those whose fulfillment is a long way off. Is it not so with every important and worthwhile endeavor? A marriage, a career, a family, a passion, a life. We do not know how it will turn out. Indeed, we know that anything important and dynamic, anything living, any relationship that takes the risk of love will take twists and turns we cannot predict or control. And so our vision, the faithful Christian vision, is grounded in that transcendent good of things that are worth doing, commitments worth making, prices worth paying in and of themselves, no matter when or how the harvest comes, things that matter even as we fall and fail, the things that promise life, even as we are mortal and die. Today's gospel lesson tells of Jesus' instructions to his followers. He calls us to be dressed, ready for action, have our lamps lit, ready to go at a moment's notice. He warns us to be ever vigilant and watchful. Here is a faith not available to us for the price of a Netflix subscription. It is not the faith of an entertainment culture, a means of escape, not something we can consume. It is an opportunity to make something grand and visionary with God and one another, something that is worth what it costs, come what may. It's a very interesting and telling part of the parable, the teaching of Jesus, that his followers, his disciples, are cast in the story as servants. Those who would be like him, who would be ready for him, who would be in relationship with him. They are ready as servants. Each of us here, and all of us together, are invited to that lovely risk. We have not reached the heavenly vision, but we're on the way, on a journey in faith with some big, hairy, audacious goals. A community of reconciliation, justice, and peace, offering food and shelter and housing and inspiration and courage and beauty and hope. This may be your Sunday to gain clarity and surety in your faith. Or it may not. These things can take time. These things are about your readiness, because they're always here. There's never a moment when God's not here. There's never a place where God is not calling. And if you would see and find something that you can really trust, look for that. Look for that place of calling, and you will find it. even in the most difficult of days. You have come here to search out and enjoy things that are eternally true. Visions that unfold over a lifetime and beyond. Be ready for those. Be open to that. Rejoice. Keep at it. Take the time, for it is God's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, to the glory of God. Amen.